All right, welcome. My name is Tejas Mehta. I'm a program manager on the SharePoint team. And this session is No Site Left Behind. And it's all about how you can bring the latest features to your existing SharePoint team sites. Now, you might be here because you have a number of on-premises SharePoint team sites that you're thinking about moving to Office 365. Or you might have classic team sites in SharePoint Online already, and you're looking to modernize them and add the latest in capabilities. So look no further. That's what this session is all about. As you may be aware, we've been on a journey for the last couple of years, really reimagining the content collaboration experiences in a beautiful SharePoint. And in this session, I'm going to basically do a tour that comprises 3 parts. The first part is really about how you can bring these modern experiences in lists, libraries, and pages to your existing team sites. Then we'll switch gears into part 2, and we'll talk about Office 365 groups and group connection and how you can bring those and add value to your existing team sites. And then part 3, we're excited to talk about some of the things that we're doing in partnership with our Microsoft Teams counterparts in really bringing the full value and the rich experiences of SharePoint right into Teams. That sound good? Awesome. All right, I'm going to spend the bulk of the session now in demo. Let me switch machines here. All right, can you guys see the screen okay? Okay, so I'm going to start here on a classic team site homepage. This is a team site that's created for the design team for Contoso Electronics. It's the place where designers are collaborating on design content. So in this team site, there's a few things, like there's a document library. You'll see there's a web part on the homepage here. There's some lists and some pages. So kind of typical from what you expect from a team site. But I'll actually start the demo in the document library itself. So click on Documents here. And what you see here might look familiar to you. It is the document library experience, but this is the modern document library experience. And it's actually set to be the default now, unless your administrator has explicitly turned it off. Now, document libraries can actually provide a tremendous amount of value, and it's not just a place to store your list of files. And I can show you how I can derive a lot of value from the document library. There are a number of ways you can do that. So I'll draw your attention to the fact that there are a number of metadata columns here. There's a number of them here. They have various different types. I'll draw your attention. Let me try to zoom in here so it's a little bit easier for you to see. But there are 3 column types here that have special formatting on them. You see the status column that has special formatting, and then there's the effort column, which has special formatting. So we've introduced the ability to actually provide, enable custom column formatting so that you can bring a nice visual representation to make your data more valuable in your document libraries. So if I scroll a little bit to the right, we also have introduced a new column type, a location column type here. You see studio location that's there. So it's a new column type that we've introduced. You kind of hover over elements in this column, and it'll actually pull up location information. So we haven't actually added a column type for a long time to SharePoint, so this is something that we're pretty excited about. Now, talking about metadata, this library could actually have a really large number of columns, and it could be really difficult to kind of scan through. So if you highlight a particular item and slide out the info panel, you get a nice kind of representation, an inline preview of the actual document here. I can scroll down and see all of the metadata right here inline in this info pane. I can edit it right here as well, so I'll change the effort value to 50, and you'll see right here it'll change in real time from 4 to 50. You continue to scroll down here, and you see additional information and metadata for the item, as well as file activity that's taking place on this particular item. So again, it's a really valuable way to get information about a particular item right in the context of the document library itself. We talked a little bit just about previews a second ago. Did you know that we support more than 300 file types for image previews or for document previews in SharePoint now? I'm going to click on this 3D file right here, and it will open up in the context of the document library itself. I can slide out the info pane and interact with the document right here without leaving the context. Again, I have my metadata right here and all of the commanding that I would expect for an element inside this document library. So I'll close that out. And as I mentioned, we support over 300 file types for previews right now, and more coming. So other things that you can do in the document library to really draw attention to files that might be important, I can select a file here and pin it to the top. It's a really good way to draw attention to important files that I want my team to be aware of. I'll pick another file here and pin that to the top as well. So it's a great way to kind of draw attention to these files. I'm going to come back to metadata for a second here. And the benefit of metadata is great. It really helps you organize the information in your list here. But you can also change the view around so that you can see the columns that are most interesting to you. So I'll take this, let's see, this location field, and I'll just drag it left. It should update. Let's do that again. So there, I've made a change to the view right here in the document library and moved the column up to the left. When I get to the point where I'm happy with the way that I've customized my view, I can actually go ahead and save this view. And I can save it as sort of the default public view for everyone to see for all documents so that when people come here, they get to see the list represented in a way that's meaningful. So another valuable piece of information that you get from metadata, not only does it help you organize your information, but you can also use it to filter down to the things that you're looking for. So I slide out the filters pane here, and you get to see that there's a bunch of different elements that I can select to narrow down and slice and dice the content down to the specific pieces of information that I want. So I can filter down by file type, by values in the effort column, by status. If you're familiar with metadata-based navigation from our classic experience, you can rest assured that that flows through to the new modern experience as well. So this department column here is actually tied to manage metadata. If I click on the column here, go to column settings, I can actually pin this to the filters pane. And it shows up right here in line with the rest of the metadata, and I can navigate down in much in the same way that I would have for using managed metadata in the past. So that's a quick overview of some of the things that you can do with the modern document library and take advantage of that in your existing sites. So what next? I'm going to switch over to the Pages library here. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a modern page in this document library. So I'm going to go to the new command here and pick Site Page. I'm going to wait for that to come up. All right, so I'm going to give this page a name. I'll call it Ignite Demo. And I'll show you in just a couple of moments how easy it is to go and create an engaging, visually beautiful page that's valuable for your team. So I can set the focus here. So I effectively have a blank canvas here to create a new page. It might seem daunting at first, but I can show you how easy it is to lay this out. So I can add a section and choose its layout. I'm going to pick this 1/3 right column section layout. And I'm ready to start adding content to the page. If I click on the plus icon here, I'm presented with this entire gallery of first and third-party web parts and connectors that really allow me to bring content in from outside of SharePoint right into the page. So here I'm going to add a news web part. And the news web part is really great. It's a way to aggregate pages that are published as news in the site and make it available to everyone through the mobile app, through SharePoint Home. A really great way to consume information for your team members. I'll add another web part here. We'll call it the Quick Links web part. And this is a great way to add curated links to resources that you might deem important for the rest of your team. I'll continue down here, and I will add another 1/3 right column section layout. And down below, I'm going to add another web part for site activity. And then one more for the quintessential document library. I'll point it to the root document library in the site. And just like that, in a few moments, I've gone and published a page. I'm going to go ahead. You get this option here to go and publish this as a news item as well. So I'll go ahead and do that so that this page is represented as a news article. But I'll come back to this page right here, and you scroll down, and the site activity web part is actually live. It shows you real activity that's taking place on the site under the covers. So whether it's file activity, page activity, or list activity, all shows up here. So a great way to bring a modern set of experiences from a page perspective to your SharePoint site as well. I could easily go back to the Pages library and set this page as the home page for the team site, and it could be a great start-off point for your team. All right, so that was a whirlwind tour of Pages and Lists libraries to your existing team sites. So I'm going to switch gears now and talk about Office 365 groups, part 2. So who here is familiar with Office 365 groups? All right, a good number of you. So really quickly, Office 365 groups really does provide a rich diversity in the ways that you can collaborate with your team, whether it's emails in Outlook, or tasks, or Kanban boards in Planner, or instant messages in Microsoft Teams. The nice thing about groups is that they're all backed by a shared identity in Active Directory, and it really governs the collaboration across all of these Office applications. The other cool thing is SharePoint plays a central role in that it is the content service provider for all of those applications, whether it's files, lists, pages, etc. So coming back to that design site that we've been looking at here, how do I go and bring Office 365 group capability to my existing team site? So if you go to the gear menu icon here and drop that down, you'll see, let me try to zoom in here for you. There's a menu item there that says Connect to New Office 365 Group. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one. And you're presented with a wizard experience, which effectively tells you what an Office 365 group is and what the process is going to be in order to set one up for your existing site. One of the key things to note here is when you go through this process, the existing site content and permissions hierarchy in your site remains exactly the same. A new modern page will be added to the pages library of the site, and it will be set as the home page. And throughout the wizard flow, you'll have an opportunity to add additional owners and members to the group that you're creating. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The next panel basically is a form where I can fill out all of the group information. So we've pre-populated it with information based on the underlying site. So the group name is design, the email address for the group mailbox is design. I can go and select privacy settings. It's private by default. And then there's a classification value that I can select as well, and I'm going to pick classified. These classification labels can be used to apply policy in the future in terms of how the content is governed in your group. So now I'll go ahead and click on Connect Group. The next panel basically inspects all of the existing members and owners in the SharePoint site and presents them as people that you might want to add to this new group that you're creating. And you want to do this because you want all of those people to also have access to all of the group resources that you're creating. So I'm going to accept everybody that's here in this list, click on Finish. And in just a couple of moments, we are redirected to the new team site homepage for the design site that I started with. So there are a few things to note on this groupified site. If you look at the header here, you'll see that private group shows up in the header, an indication that it is connected to a group. On the right side of the header, there's a pile of faces here, which is a representation of some of the members in the group. I can click on the member count here and really quickly see who has been added as members and owners to the group, and I can manage membership here. I can add additional people. The other thing I would call out is if you look at the left navigation here, I'll zoom in there for a second, I can expand the home node here. We've introduced a link that points you back to the previous home page. So if for any reason there was any content that was on the previous home page, it's still there in the pages library. We've added a link to conveniently allow you to get back to it. You'll also notice in the left navigation we have a link to the conversations. If you click on this, it will actually take you to the group's mailbox in Outlook. The notebook is there, and you can easily edit this navigation and select from any of the additional group applications that you want to add to navigation. So I'm going to quickly flip over to another site that is already connected to a group and just call out a couple of things. The site activity web part, which we pointed out before, was an aggregation of file, list, and page activity. But we're introducing more group activity to this web part as well. So you'll see that there's a conversation cards here from Outlook. There's one to the left and then the third card over. And that basically brings recent conversations that are like emails sent to the group mailbox, and we're bringing them right into the context of SharePoint in the site activity web part. And over time, we're going to bring more and more cross-group activity right into SharePoint. I'll scroll down, and there was another web part that I had added to this page earlier, which is a planner web part. So it's another way to bring the richness of other group applications directly into SharePoint. So this is the planner web part. I can go and interact with it and see the different tasks, see who they're assigned to, sort of slice and dice by progress, due date, etc. So it's another great way to bring content into the context of SharePoint as well. All right, we are down to the last 5 minutes. I'm going to switch gears to Microsoft Teams. Any Microsoft Teams users here? All right, quite a number of you. Okay, so really excited to show you the last part of this theater talk is really around the work that we're doing in close collaboration with our Teams counterparts to bring the richness of SharePoint into Teams. If you're all aboard in embracing sort of persistent chat in a single application and sort of have all your collaboration in Teams, that's great. From a SharePoint perspective, we're going to bring the full richness of SharePoint right into Teams. But if you also happen to lean towards the flexibility and the ability to customize your SharePoint sites, that's also great. You can continue to use SharePoint. The point is you don't have to choose. You get the best of both, and you get to work the way that you work. So I'm going to switch over to the next tab here that is a team site that's connected to a group that also has a team associated with it. The only thing I'll call out here is that it has all of the bells and whistles that we've already talked through. It has pages, it has news, it has lists with custom metadata and column formatting. So the question is, how do you represent all of this stuff inside the Teams experience? So I'll flip over to the Teams tab here. This is the same team to which that site is connected. The first thing I'll do is click on the Files tab. And right away, you'll be presented with not just a flat list of files in the document library that backs this team, but the full set of metadata and custom column formatting. Everything that you would expect from the document library shows up here. You can filter and group by particular columns. You can set views. You'll also see in the commanding up top, there's a sync command. So you can actually sync this document library directly to your device by clicking here without having to go to SharePoint to initiate that action. If I select a particular file, I can pin that to the top as well, much in the same way that you would expect from a document library. So that's the files experience, bringing that into Teams. How can we bring in other experiences? So you might be familiar with the Plus tab in Teams. So I'll click on that. And there's a couple of SharePoint items here that you could pick from. There's the document library tab that you can pick, and that allows you to point to an arbitrary document library anywhere. And then there's this SharePoint tab here that allows you to pick from pages and lists in the underlying team site. So you'll see that I have a choice between a list of pages. It's all served up from that site, as well as lists that are in the site. I'm going to go ahead and pick the home page for that site and click Save. And in a moment, you'll see the home page pop up here, rendered right in line in the context of Teams. It's a great way to consume all of that content in Teams as well. I could easily have picked a list, and I've pinned one here before, and that's this design costing one. Again, it's a list with all of the custom formatting. I can edit particular items here and interact with this list in the same way that I would in SharePoint. So again, bringing that richness of SharePoint right into Teams. The other thing I wanted to show you here in the last couple of minutes is in the conversation feed itself. I'll scroll up and you'll see a couple of items that are posted here by SharePoint News. Now, SharePoint News is a connector that we've configured for the general channel here. And anytime you create a page and tag it as news and publish it from the SharePoint Teams site, it pipes over here into Teams, into the conversation feed, and you can have a conversation around it. You can click on the link and take you directly to the news article in SharePoint as well. So this is all great stuff that we're bringing SharePoint richness into the Teams experience. But how about the other way around? What about Teams showing up in SharePoint? Well, I'll show you a couple of last things before I go. If you look in the left nav, you'll see all of these channels that we've created for this particular team. I'm going to flip over to that Teams site and go to the document library. Now, you might be aware that every channel that you create in Teams results in a folder in the root document library for the site. And up until now, those folders were loosely connected to Teams, so that, in other words, if you deleted it or renamed it here in SharePoint, the changes didn't reflect back in Teams. But we're working to tighten that relationship. So I'll show you an example. If I highlight or select this general channel, you'll see right in the command bar up top, there's a go to channel command that's now popped up. So SharePoint is now aware that these folders are connected to Teams. And so I can click on that and navigate directly to the team. If I click into the folder itself, you'll see that there's a banner that shows up top that basically also tells you that this folder is connected to a channel in Microsoft Teams, and it allows me to navigate directly to that as well. So The other thing that I can do is, if I go back to the document library and to show that relationship, I'll try to rename this general channel. I'll just add some characters here to the end. I'll try to click on save, and I get this error message that pops up that effectively tells me that this channel folder is now connected to a team and you need to manage it there. All right, so I'm trying to whiz through all of this stuff. I'm 18 seconds over. I have one last thing that I want to show you. We've gone through this whole exercise of starting with your classic team site, adding a bunch of modern capability to it, groupifying it, and now the next question is like, okay, I've done the groupify on that design site that we've done before. So this is that groupified site. I'm just going to wait for it to load up 1 second. How can I bring teams to the site as well? So just waiting for this to kind of load in here. Give me 1 second. Wait for this page to load up one more time. All right, so you'll see this banner pop up in the left nav at the bottom, which basically promotes the addition of a team to this groupified site that we have already. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and create a team. And what that will do is that will create a new team and connect it to this existing group right from SharePoint. So it'll open up, cancel this one, let's open this up in the web app, and it will land you directly in the general channel for the team that we've just created. So there you have it. In a matter of 20 minutes, I'm just waiting for it to show up, just so that I can prove to you that it actually happened. So here I are in the design team that's just been created in the general channel, and you can have at it and go through all of the experiences in Teams. I'm going to switch back to the deck here. Thank you for attending this session. I've got a couple of pointers to related sessions. This was a quick kind of overview, but there are a lot of deep dive sessions that I highly encourage you to go to that go into a lot of detail for everything that I showed you. So again, once again, thank you. I'm going to hang out over here if there are any questions for you. Thanks for coming.